Easy as 1+1. Easy peasy.
Neil Brownell, the crazy inventor, here to prove to you that you are amazing. I'm so positive that I can prove to you that you are amazing. I put it in writing. This is a video I have thought about for a long time, and to be honest, I have been procrastinating because I will guarantee that I leave something out. After watching this video or any other video, please let me know if you think I left a lesson out. Also let me know if there's a point of view that you would like me to touch on or whatever, anything that may help you. The science of God tells us that if we want to raise our melody, we must protect our children. Any good seeds we plant will reap great rewards spiritually long into the future. So far into the future, we will still be reaping the rewards long after we have passed over to the next dimension. Therefore, if we are to help the kids, where do we start? We start with the basics, the rules. I was assistant coaching for a Catholic youth basketball, CYO, team. None of the kids had ever played basketball. This meant that we had to start with the basics, the rules. As we taught what a travel was, what a double dribble was, what a carry was, etc., it was not too long before one of the other coaches looked at me and said, "Man, there's a lot of rules." He and I had played basketball for so long, we took our knowledge for granted, thinking everyone knew the rules. Everyone knew how far you could stretch the rules, and everyone knew how to play within the rules. However, as we instructed the kids, it seemed every time one of them touched the ball, we were telling them they were doing something that was against the rules. I could see the frustration building in the kids, reading their body language. They were thinking, how am I ever going to win? I can't do anything right. There are so many rules. I'm so overwhelmed. I will never catch on. I might as well give up. All of us can identify with the kids' feelings. Now think about all of the kids throughout the world. They are leaving school not knowing any of the rules on how to survive. The school systems were literally set up to make them into government and corporate dependents, making them so dependent that they have little to no options in life. I have spoke about this in the past, along with showing where you can find the videos and documents which prove that the school system was set up this way. I have told you in the past that we as guardians and parents have to bypass the schools and teach our kids the rules. To say that is fine and dandy, but have you ever seen a written document that tells you the rules of life? No, I haven't. I don't think anybody has. Nothing that lays out the steps, not even the basics. This leads me to start thinking, if I had to tell a child or anyone else what the rules are, what would I tell them? Just like the kids on my CYO team, there are so many rules that at first it will seem overwhelming. We will take them one at a time and simplify them, starting with just the main categories. In no time at all, the rules will be so ingrained that they will be second nature. What are the categories for what the kids need to know in order to survive and thrive in the modern world? Considering there are three things that you and you alone own, we will start with these three things. Your spirit. We have talked a lot about the science of spirituality. Everything starts with the spirit. Your spirit and how high its melody is the only thing you enter this world with. And it's the only thing you will leave this world with. In the future, we will break this down to a few subcategories, considering every major religion and belief system says the same simple things. Understanding your spirit is perhaps the easiest of all the categories. The next two things that you and you alone own stand together because you receive them when your spirit enters into this world. Your mind and your body. Up until recently in history, humans knew very little about your mind and your body and how it works. In the modern day society, this is no longer the case. We live in the information age. Virtually anything you need answers for is only a click away. We'll explore the categories and the subcategories that go with it extensively in future blogs and videos. After these three things, the next things or things our kids need to know is how to acquire food, shelter, and essential living supplies. Money. In past generations, parents would teach how to farm, hunt, and build. But in this society, what they need is to know how money works. They will need money for the rest of their lives, even if they know how to farm, hunt, and build. Money is absolutely critical. They have to know not only how to make money, but they also have to know how to keep it with extraordinary little effort. You can find on YouTube and other platforms one celebrity after another who made millions and are now broke. They didn't know how to keep the money. Every transaction, with very few exceptions, these kids make for the rest of their lives will require money. In my last video, The Science of God Turned Failure into Success, I spoke about the first rule of money. Cash flow is everything. Once you learn the terms and the basic rules of money, money is pretty easy. The next category is aptitudes. The kids also need to know that scientifically they came into this world with natural gifts called aptitudes. Most people were given at least 2 beautiful gifts at birth. The kids need to learn what their gifts are, develop them, and use them to navigate through their lives. As with the above things, we will break this down in a future video. The last category that I put in here as a main category is government. To me, this one is critical. The kids absolutely have to know what kind of government they live under. This falls under the science of God and the 3 things you came into the world with. Always remember what you and you alone own. You own your spirit, your mind, and your body. Up until America, the government or the church owned all three. This is true in the vast majority of history, regardless of what country, civilization, or time you live. America changed this with the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. These three documents are perhaps the closest documents which document natural law, which is now scientific law. All humans are created equal, coming into this world owning three things: the spirit, the mind, and the body. No person, no government, no religion, no organization of any kind has a right to what you own. I have spoke on this in other videos and will talk about it as we go forward with teaching the kids what they need to know in order to survive and thrive in the modern day society. These are the 5 main categories I came up with: your spirit, your mind and your body; money, which is food, shelter, and essential living supplies; aptitudes; and government. As we move forward, I will break these categories down to smaller ones. Let me know if I missed a major category that you would like me to talk about. Always remember, you are good. You are literally made out of pure goodness. And you are amazing. And I will prove it. Neil Brownell, the Crazy Inventor. Thank you.